Hi all, my name is Ashwin Ramanathan, and I am delighted to bring to you Vidha, a global knowledge-sharing platform that brings together eclectic audiences and international musicians to help develop a deeper understanding of classical music at its core. Vidha is the culmination of the thoughts and ideas of the founders over the past several years. With the pandemic serving as a catalyst, the founders have brought together education and philanthropy under the backdrop of one of their passions, classical music. The founders of Vidha are thrilled to bring to you fascinating content, access to some of the greatest musicians across the world, and an avenue to help develop a deeper understanding of classical music. Your support is crucial to the success of Vidha, so please give us a like, subscribe to Vidha's YouTube channel, and follow us on social media to be up to date on our most recent content. With that said, Vidha is excited to bring to you our first musician series, where we dive deep into the lives and music of two fantastic musicians, Patrice Calixte and Frank Jenkins, from the beautiful city of Austin, Texas. Please enjoy.
Do you play any other instruments, and are you as good at these as your main instrument?
No, just cello. That's enough for me.
I mean, a lot about an instrument is knowing how to treat it, how to approach it, how to make it I guess valuable and everything. Yeah. I play the viola pretty well.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm as good as violin. Although the viola parts are usually a little less challenging technically than the violin parts are. So but I think my personality and my way of playing is much more violinistic than it is violistic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever performed viola?
I have, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
How has the pandemic affected your life and career, and how has music helped you during this difficult time?
You know, start with the second part. I think that having the consistency of having cello be a part of my life has been really helpful, because that's kind of always this thing that everything everything in my life is built around, scheduling or performances or just how I express myself, and that's always there. So the pandemic has been terrible, I think, for everyone in a lot of the same ways, and as a musician, not having the opportunity to perform is very difficult. Musicians need an audience, probably more than the audience needs me, right? I can't just play for myself. Like, I need that interaction. I need that feedback, that energy, to be there with me. And if I'm not able to share these things, something is definitely missing. You know, so that's a real challenge. So being isolated and not having the ability to connect with audiences has been very difficult, for sure.
Yeah. I was very lucky because I was given, I was offered a job at Southwestern University when the pandemic hit, and I was able to like teach online and everything. And also very lucky because here at the Austin Symphony we had a lot of concerts that were pre-recorded, so we were still working. I was still able to work quite a bit and to play music. So in that way, I'm not gonna have the audacity of saying that it has affected my career so much, because I feel like other people were much more hit by that. But in terms of how it helped me, I guess, I mean, music helps in whatever situation. It's always, it's a continuous work in progress, and it's always like something that I try to get better at. And yeah, it's like, you know, working on a house that you just always there's always something to do, so it's always a project, so it keeps the mind busy, and you know, just it's challenging, but like in a good way.
Okay. Do you see it having therapeutic value?
I do, yeah. I do.
Okay. Right.
How do you define good music and bad music, and can you give examples?
I would never say that anything is good or bad. I think that's something that I would want to avoid, because I think it's about context. You know, and even when I teach, if a student makes a sound and they say, "Oh, that sounded bad," it's like, well, maybe it wasn't the sound you wanted, but it's not necessarily good or bad. It's just not maybe what you were looking for at that moment. There's plenty of context where that sound might be the perfect sound, and I think that that's a more valuable way to think about music in general. Is does it fit what you're doing at that moment? You know, does it fit the context of the environment, or the concert, or whatever the subtext is there. So yeah, I don't think I can define anything as good or bad.
To me, I guess what makes good music is, I guess, something that's harmonically interesting, but at the same time, if I think of like Pachelbel canon, where it's like the same chords over and over and over again, it's really beautiful, I think.
Right.
So it's like that. See, so I think I guess it depends how, like, good orchestration, good writing for the specific instruments. It's hard to say. I think it's a tough question. I'm not sure.
I guess a personal.
Yeah, I think it's personal. Yeah, things that trigger you and speaks to you. Yeah.
Right. So you provide some examples. What other examples? I mean, what? Give us a few examples of good music in your eyes.
I mean, classical music? Are we talking?
Classical music. Yeah.
I mean, as I said before, I love opera. I love like Puccini's opera, for example. La Bohème is one of my favorites. Strauss, Richard Strauss. I love his symphonic poems and stuff like that. It's so intricate. It's so complicated. But I also love Baroque music. a lot. So, yeah, I guess all over the place.
Yeah. Can you give us some examples of bad music?
Oh boy.
I know it's a tough one, but in your eyes at least.
I mean, for sure, I'd say that some maybe some sections of things that are good are less good.
So you're saying within the same composition?
Yeah, so I was rehearsing a sextet. I'm not going to name anyone or anything, but I was rehearsing a sextet, which is awesome.
Right.
But there's this one section in the sextet that we were rehearsing it, and we were just kind of like, oh, this is not, the best thing that this composer wrote, It's like a little, dopey and like hard to figure out. But I can't really think of something that I'd say like this is bad music. Because I would never say that. I would say like I don't particularly like it myself. Like I don't Stockhausen, for example, is not something that I like listening to, or some of Berg's stuff, like more contemporary stuff, are not things that I personally enjoy, but I wouldn't, qualify them as bad music, because it's a taste thing, I think.
Right, okay. Do you think that's just something that's common amongst musicians, not necessarily like labeling it as bad music, maybe just kind of just saying that it is something that you don't like personally? Yeah,
I don't think I know anyone that would, well, I mean, sometimes we like being dramatic and we'll just say like, this is bad music, But I think everyone's kind of conscious that like, it's just, well, I don't really like it,
Okay. Do you compose your own music?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
No, I don't. But I actually spend a lot of time encouraging students to compose. It's something I feel like is it is something that I haven't taken advantage of in my own career, and I regret that. I have regret for not doing that, not exploring that, and so that's something I really encourage my students. And even the piece that I played today, trying to highlight a living composer, someone that's working and producing music for my genre right now, I think is really important that we're hearing that music. But no, for myself, I don't. So I would say whatever national park I can get to in 12 hours would be probably my favorite holiday destination right now. Yeah.
There's this French movie called Astérix Mission Cléopâtre, which is hilarious, and I can watch it like anytime.
Right. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, please give us a like, subscribe to Vidha's YouTube channel, and follow us on social media to be up to date on our latest content.